Welcome to another video. Coexisting. This time, me cleaning up the mess I made through the week and mostly on the weekend because I was just laying at home. The maximum I did was buying some groceries and then watching, I don't know, maybe 15 episodes of Suits. It's bad. I'm in there. Slowly I'm making my way out of it because the later seasons are not as... They're still good. I still enjoy them, but they're not as binge watch worthy. You feel like, oh, I saw this one. Okay, now I do something else. Before I was like, I want to know what happens. But now I feel like, currently I'm in season 4. I feel like there's not much that can shock me anymore. And we more or less work towards, some, I don't know, we have the main characters who will, I feel like, So as of now, I feel like there's not much that can happen. But I need to, first of all, put these things into the dishwasher, and then I have, second camera sneak peek, you can kind of see around the sofa how there's, you can kind of see that I just laid there and put everything on the ground next to me. Also today I was, I had a sound technician job. That's the reason why I'm wearing a shirt, a little bit more fancy and not a comfy hoodie. Oh, that's the first problem. Huh? I mean, huh? Huh? Why is this? Oh! I don't see a reason why it was so stuck. Luckily, nothing broke. Yeah. Let's not talk about that. I guess it was like a little bit of, I don't know, tea, sugar-ish. Why was it stuck? Whatever. So hopefully everything today arrives and is uploaded on time. Because, I had to work hours beforehand already. And so now I have to see if I can hold this schedule. But I mean, if it's Monday and you're seeing this video, it worked out. I am very I'm comfortable, yes. I'm very... I guess I spoke too much German today. I'm very confident, that's the word, that it will be happening today. Just have to work a little bit of overtime, which, it's tough for me to call this work, but for my own sanity, I call it work. So I treat it that way and actually think about vacation, think about when to take breaks, allow myself to take breaks. And also, I want to do something that I call my work, because without work I feel like without something to do is maybe the better word. But the big benefit, you kind of, at work sometimes you can be out of your comfort zone or different, a lot of changes happen there. And even though you could argue that being self-employed and working in the field of social media also has constant change. Trends. One day everybody watches you, the next day you're gone. And I would agree with that. But at least physical, here, it's like a comfort zone, right? It's my camera, it's my kitchen, it's my setup, it's my... I know that the sound is a certain way, the look is a certain way. We've done these videos now for a year. So you kind of know the ins and outs. And I just feel very comfortable with that. And like I said, these here always have the double help, or the double English is not Englishing today. The double worth, meaning, whatever task of also helping me, just do my daily life, cleaning. And I always thought about, okay, should I do something else on YouTube? I think about this all the time. But the thing is, I'm also doing this for myself. Because, to be honest, I've talked about this multiple times on here, but maybe you're new, or we can revisit these conversations. But I enjoy a certain cleanness, right? I enjoy it. Does it mean that I am willing to do, I don't know, weekly, daily, month, whatever, cleaning for that? So my natural cleaning feeling starts a little bit later and needs more motivation to do, and needs more, needs more time. I think that's the main thing. And if you work, you guys probably know it better than I do, especially when you maybe have kids or other responsibilities. I feel like when I go through the week and I work and I work and I work, and maybe I have to go to the gym, I have to do other things, I'm not in the mood where I'm like, oh, now I do a deep clean. It's more like, okay, now we just do what needs to be done so it doesn't look too bad. And, we continue. But then we're going to switch camera. But then on weekends, when you have like a full weekend, you kind of, especially on, Saturday, you do whatever you want. You have time for yourself, time, friends, family, whatever. And then Sunday, you are on your own. And you've done everything you wanted to do. You watched the series, you played the games, you did all the, groceries on Saturday maybe. And then, bye. And then on Sunday, professional upstairs neighbor, it's me. And then on Sunday, you're like, today I really want to clean, because I'm relaxed. And this is like I think the perfect scenario that I would like to have. But obviously you do not always have that, and especially when you have to do things on the weekend, you will never come to that state. So I appreciate it very, very much that you are here today, helping me out. With outsourcing that task to the videos. Obviously, it's not as thorough as it would be when I would do it only by myself, because this is also highly... you just do what you do all the time, but you're also sometimes... I try talking while cleaning. Your brain will mess something up. Or, because you cannot focus on a million things at the same time, at least to make them perfect. And I'd rather talk, have to focus on talking and less on the cleaning. But yeah, here my Sunday pizza. In case you want to know what I mostly, on Sunday is a day where it's a typical cheat day. Not that I try to eat as much food as I like as possible, but it's more like the lunch is whatever I want. Usually I try to eat very, call it healthy, call it protein heavy, call it whatever you feel like, but at least it's planned. It's a planned diet, not eating only plants, but making plans. And on Sundays, I then, to just have a little bit more fun in life, eat whatever I feel like. And this is either a burger, pizza, döner, something like that. And over the time, I kind of figured out my go-to pizza. I'm not sure if that is it's not something I want like to eat every time. You know what I mean? It's more like this is the Sunday one, and it's a pizza store where you can have different combinations of pizza and you can choose yourself. So it's quote unquote a self-made pizza. Whatever I put on there, I just, you just get the dough, the basic stuff, and then you just tell them what to put on there. And for me, it's instead of pizza sauce, it's sauce béarnaise. Because when I was a kid, the town of my parents had like a pizza shop, pizza, whatever. And they were like so famous for this sauce béarnaise pizza that we always, with asparagus, and it was always, everybody who came from the family was always remembering that this, and so it's kind of a local thing, and I kind of took a liking to it. So sauce béarnaise instead of pizza sauce it is, and then we have, depending on the day or on the vibe, we have either chicken, beef, or tofu, or vegan chicken alternatives, whatever they put on there. And then broccoli, corn, pepper, and broccoli. Did I say it already? Not sure. I guess I said it twice. But and then that is it. And that is something. It gives me this taste. The original one would be with beef. Like this is the one I like the most. And it just gives me this taste of childhood, but also fast food. Just enjoying my Sunday, and then peak Sunday moment is when you had a Saturday off, maybe did something with friends, so you're relaxed, you cleaned the Sunday, deep clean, apartment is clean, you're ready for the Monday, gym, everything is done, you have the pizza around lunchtime, not too late, so it's still a little bit of sun out in the winter especially, and then the newest episode of the current season animated that you like the most is out, and you just sit there, watch an amazing anime episode, eating pizza. I don't know, regularly I'm sitting there and I'm starting to make noises of happiness. One would call it laughing, but it's not always laughing. It's like just this happy noises, If I could purr like a cat, I guess this would be a moment where I would purr. Don't imagine me purring, but you know what I mean. And this is just something I enjoy so much. It doesn't have to be pizza, just a food item of choice that just gives you happiness, I guess. And even though I'm very, very strict on which food I eat when, how I eat it, it's kind of weird. I'm very, very strict. Also have to do one thing I really have to do is get the trash out. Thing is full. I'm scared of getting it out of there because everything will fall out. Good that you're here, because I will do it together. Because it's too much. I cannot stuck it in there. I have to get it out now. And even though I'm very strict on what I eat, I still enjoy food a lot. I'm not a foodie, so I'm not like going around different restaurants, knowing differences between different whatever. I also don't need like fancy food. I just like good basic food. The fancier it is, the higher the chances that I'm like, at least for now, that it is not my favorite comfort food, right? Because comfort food for me always goes with memories. That's the reason why I still eat the same cornflakes in the morning for the past, since I was a child, because it's just my natural happiness boost in the morning, I'd say. By the way, getting the trash out was way easier than my brain imagined, so now I'm asking myself, why did I wait for so long? Nothing fell down. Naja. With these videos always like this. I always think something is a bigger issue or takes longer that it actually takes. And I mean, I never measured before how long this work would take, right? Cleaning all of it up. But here I see it. I see how long the recording is. I see it in the editing. And it's always way less time, you know? Cleaning the kitchen or watching one episode of Suits doesn't feel the same. One episode of Suits is 40 minutes. Cleaning the kitchen for 40 minutes feels like two different worlds. Why, brain? Why? I know, yeah, it's fun and enjoyment, and yeah, but could you not... Who decided that it's harder to do hard things? Don't quote me on that, but you know what I mean? Why can it not be different? That food that is healthy tastes like sweets? No, never. It would be annoying over time, right? Imagine if all the carrots taste like Skittles. Nothing against Skittles, but it's okay if they're a little bit bland. Because if then you want to eat it on an everyday basis, or should or could. So, like I said, even though I'm very strict on that, I enjoy comfort food a lot. And this is also my philosophy on, for example, gym, dieting. It doesn't have to go together. You can just be on a diet. Diet for me is planned eating. If it means losing weight, keeping weight, gaining weight, you have to plan for that, or you could, or you can. But I also feel like I'm not competing in whatever gym or sports I do. It's not my job. So why would I want, or why do I demand from myself to look like it, or to be as great as what social media portrays, models, fitness influencers, athletes? Like, why do I think I have to reach that, even though they are doing this as their job and are probably doing this as a job because their genetics are just better for that? Why am I not trying to pursue my own body goal, right? And since I rethought that, I made a diet plan that worked way better for me, because I mixed things that I like with, food that I need. For example, what do I eat in a day? I eat my cornflakes in the morning for happiness. Has to be. Then there's a shake, a self-made shake with like banana, oat milk, and like low-fat quark. So you have like some low or medium to low calorie protein intake. Then for lunch, it varies, but the most basic lunch is like basically rice or noodles with vegetables and beans, to also have a little bit of protein there, but mainly vegetables and carbs. Then we have oats, calories and carbs and protein. And then we have, but also not pure oats. It's oat with a little bit of chocolate, because you gotta live, right? And then in the night or in the dinner time, you have like salt-free peanuts with bread and some protein shenanigans on there, mostly crock, I guess, and a protein shake. And that is currently trying to gain weight, the gaining weight phase. But having things in there that I like, counterbalancing it with things that I want to or need to eat, made it way more accessible for me to stick to it. Right? And the more you do it, the more you kind of get a feeling for calories, and then you can sub things in and out. For example, today I ate I don't know the English word. I will put it here and I will say it in German, Apfeltasche, at work, because it was brought to us for catering. And now I know it's not super protein and it's not the most healthy thing, but I'm gonna substitute something else that I ate today with that, and then you kind of know how much calories it is. But what I want to say is, why should I can aim, it can be my goal to look like somebody who does this full-time as a job, but I don't want everybody to feel the need or the illusion that you can do this as well while you do all the other stuff. You can, maybe you can. Don't want to keep you down or back. Try whatever you want. But if you feel bad about like showing beauty standards, maybe we just need to find a beauty standard for somebody who is more around you, is in your work. And maybe you're like, hey, how do you do this? Because you have the same schedule as me, but I like how you look. What is your tip? And then they're like, hey, this is my tip. And then they tell you, hey, I go to the gym 5 times a week after work. I'm totally overworked. I'm stressing. I'm unhealthy in mental health. Then you can be like, maybe I take half of that. Does it somehow make sense? What I'm getting at, I want you, I mean, who am I to say what you should do? But I would like to share that what really works well for me. And again, just me. You know what I mean? I'm not the person who works has like a schedule that you have. But in general, that helped me a lot to take the pressure out of it and start finding things that work for me. And I feel like now I do not look like the beauty standards, but I feel very healthy. Hi, editing Flin here. I confused the word beauty standards with body image. Somewhere along the way, it got lost. English is not my first language. I had a long day. It can happen. I meant body image. The body image I go for, the body image that is portrayed. And that is also a very small view of only my world. If you don't care about going to the gym or whatever at all, then this all doesn't make sense, or it's not for you anyway. But since it is a big part, I feel like, of my life, and I was struggling a lot with trying to fit into a certain body image, I may just not be suitable portraying for, like I said, with my genetics, my way. I have to find it my way. I have to go into my best and not the best of the best athletes in the world. Just to get it right, body image. And this feeling is way better, or gives me a lot of confidence and strength that I felt like I would have missed if I would have tried to chase something that was maybe taking a toll on me in other places. If you cannot go to the gym 5 times a week, try to make it work with 3. If you cannot go 3, try to make it work with 2. If you cannot go 2, try to make it work with 1. If you can't do anything at all, try to make it work via what you eat. Maybe you don't even care about anything, but since it's a big part of my life, I somehow lost myself in here. I just stood here and haven't done anything for the past 5 minutes. But, if it comes out, it comes out. The trash is now down here. I still have to get the biodegradable merch. Did I say merch? Trash. The merch is somewhere else. The trash is here. The merch is on the way, by the way, for everybody. Not everything is sent out yet, because, we're only 2 people who work on it and juggle it between other things we do. But this week we are working on getting everything out. I also got the first messages from people who already received it. Very, very happy. Everybody is so far enjoying it a lot, even more than I thought, which makes me very, very happy. Now the rest of this, it's just 4 pieces. I can wash, if they do them by hand, or put them in afterwards, after the dishwasher is finished. Now I'm gonna get the trash out, cook myself some food, then I edit, and then the video will be out for you now when you see it. Thank you for watching. I hope whatever you did on the side, or nothing at all, was great, and we see each other next time.